Good morning.
How are you today?
Pretty good.
I am super excited
Yeah.
about this week's episode for, I don't know. It's so sexy, kind of. It's not. It is sex week, though.
Yeah.
Tell me about your sexy coffee.
I got a new one today, and it's called a sweet and salty.
And is it?
It's good.
It's good?
It's really good. Yeah.
Is it like a salted nut roll?
Kind of, yeah. It definitely less. I feel like a lot of times when you get something salted caramel, you can't really taste the salt.
Oh, okay.
You can in this, and I like
Okay.
that. So
Oh, caramel. Okay. Yeah.
it's salted caramel and vanilla, I think, or white chocolate. I don't know. It's good.
Yeah. I don't even. White chocolate just doesn't. I mean, does it have a flavor?
No, it's just
It's
another way to
just-
consume milk.
Yeah, exactly. They asked me if you wanted light ice or regular.
Oh.
And I looked at her so blankly, and she goes, light, like I was thinking light ice, like diet ice. I was like, what are you talking? Like, I literally did not know. And she goes, that just means there's more milk in it. And then I realized what she meant. And I was like, I think regular. Did I make
Yeah,
the right
that's the
choice
right
for
choice,
you
yeah.
today?
That's the right choice. That's a choice
It
I
was
would have
such
made.
a weird thing I would never have thought of asking.
Yeah.
I mean, it is literally a glass of milk.
Yeah.
Who's asking for that? Light on the ice. Other than podcasters who don't want somebody to be chewing it while they're talking. That's you, Jody. And if you tuned in last week, I sat down with Jody.
Yeah.
And we did Leprechauns Week. So if you didn't, no, I'm sorry. St. Patty's Day week, not Leprechauns Week, but wow.
Kind of, yeah.
Wow, I'm going to get some flack for that. But we did do the movie Leprechaun. So yeah, go backwards if you're not already backwards like me.
I mean, if you're listening to this podcast, you probably are like us.
Uh-huh. You're probably Alyssa, and that's it. Hey, Alyssa. Love you so much. Yeah, I don't know. We have like tens of listeners. I mean, fives of listeners. But we love you. That doesn't mean we're going to stop. So too bad. So sad.
Yeah.
I was going to tell you this when I came in, but I did see my first muffin top
Okay.
at the Seven Brew.
All right.
The guy, since it's so nice out, they don't have their little igloos around them. Because at Seven Brew, the staff stand outside and come to your car to serve you. And I commented on that. He has this little table and his straws, and then he had this box of muffin tops. And he said, yeah, it's great, except it's so windy. And as soon as he said that, a muffin top literally took flight. And he had to catch it. And I was like, wow, that is a gust. I mean, they're substantial.
Yeah.
Also.
They're large.
Yeah. And I think next time we'll
Okay.
have to take a chewing break. But yeah, they looked pretty good.
Okay. I'm down.
Good sized. So yeah, let's get right into it.
Okay.
We had weird sex week. Well, I didn't have weird sex. Maybe you did, but
No, I'm on hiatus from that right now.
oh, gross. Gross. Why Jody had to stand in for Wendy, by the way. Yeah. But you're better?
Yeah.
Or on the mend?
I'm on the mend.
Good deal.
You know, I'm still like very tired, but much less pain now.
Are you on drugs?
No, I'm past the the OxyContin phase. They gave me actual OxyContin.
Oh, no.
So
Are you addicted?
No, I didn't even take them all. So because they mostly just, I mean, they were great, but they mostly just made me sleep. So
Yeah, I don't like that kind of drug. We'll say that.
yeah,
I didn't feel that I was in as much pain when I've had surgeries as, to take the whole bottle or whatever. Just like, wow, that's a lot.
yeah.
Anywho,
Yeah,
I am
so-
glad.
I'm doing good.
Sleep is good. Tired is okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I know. When I go to bed at like 8 o'clock, I'm pretty proud of myself. That's right. Okay, so Eyes Wide Shut.
Yeah.
How'd you enjoy that movie?
Ugh. All right. I'll do my summary first and then I'll
Okay.
get into it. But NYC doctor runs around the night trying to find a thrill and gets more than he bargained for. Prepare for confusion and boredom.
Yeah, yeah.
That movie was so boring.
So I agreed, and where I wrote, and I already had a page of notes for fuck's sake, and at the top of the second page, too long already.
Yes.
At 1848, and so fucking boring.
Yeah. I had to watch it in 2 pieces
I did too. That
because it's like
18
3 hours
minutes.
long and you're like, ugh.
So, yeah, okay. After I watched this movie, I went out for some drinks and tacos. And the bartender overheard me mentioning this movie.
Yeah.
Runs right over and says it's the best movie ever.
Ugh.
And I was like, what
Why?
the heck? But he also was quite intelligent about his reasons.
Okay.
Last night I did go online and read a little bit more because we actually watched this movie a while back. And hadn't recorded it when it was fresh. So I'm reading about it last night. I pulled it up on my TV and I was like, $2.99. No, I'm not gonna watch that again
Yeah.
for $2.99. I'll save that $3 for a bottle of half and half. So it was supposed to be kind of like a dream.
Yeah. Okay.
So that explains why it was so boring or kind of slow moving and kind of disjointed.
Yeah. Very disjointed and it was very unclear to me why he was doing a lot of the stuff that he was doing.
So okay. So I don't remember their characters' names. They were very Bill and Alice, something like that.
It's definitely Bill, but I don't remember his wife's name.
Let's call her Alice.
Yeah. The daughter's name was Helena.
Oh, I don't even remember the daughter until the very, very end. So, okay, boils down to Nicole Kidman telling him about this fantasy
Yeah.
that she has about wanting to have sex with this random person. So,
Yeah.
right? But that just drives him crazy.
Yeah.
He's a weak man is what I think. Doesn't really apparently it shatters his whole belief about his marriage, his life, his wife, his own. So he's going oh yeah, well, I'm actually going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But in no place throughout the movie does he actually get to do it.
No.
No. So it's just they say he's emasculated kind of again and again. And the whole bit with the masks, it's no intimacy.
Yeah.
I just made a weird gesture. So just use your imagination.
Yeah, I don't know. I was very confused. That does make a little bit more sense now that you explained it that way, that he's kind of trying to overcome that thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Yeah, he shouldn't have been that upset about it. But then I was like,
No.
what? He's just picking up hookers on the street. Then they're dead. I don't know. And then why does he want to go to this party?
because it sounds so thrilling or
Yeah,
something.
he's looking for something, I guess.
He's
but-
looking for something so out there
Yeah.
to I don't know, win. It's so weird.
Yeah.
So Stanley Kubrick actually made a point of keeping Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman apart while they were on set
Okay.
and wanted to create this kind of tension and jealousy, and he would give notes to each actor but make sure that they did not share those notes with one another.
Okay.
So they could be going in at odds because of his direction anyway. So it really did kind of make them seem really awkward and uncomfortable with each other. makes you, I think at the time it came out too, it makes you go, oh, that's what they're really like. You know what I mean? Like,
That's true because they are married at this time.
Yeah, they were
right?
married.
Yeah, which is weird to think about.
I also put in my notes was he's standing on a box. That's terrible. I'm sorry. Tom Cruise.
Yes.
He's a little guy.
Yeah.
And
A
she
handsome
is-
little guy, but he's a little guy.
She's probably shorter than she seems, but she's just.
Yeah, I think she's pretty tall though for a woman. I would guess she's over 5'8",
Yeah.
but I don't know.
Yeah.
She seems lanky.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
long.
Elegant.
Yeah.
Ugh. Great skin.
Mhm.
My goodness.
In this movie though, and I normally like Nicole Kidman as an actress, but
Mhm.
I felt like she was overacting so much in this.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that was like intentional or not, but she was just giving me the ick.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ugh, nobody talks like this. And like, I don't know.
Well, I wonder if that was part of it. Part of that dreamlike.
Mhm.
Maybe that's how he sees her.
Mhm.
And that's, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either.
Huh. Yeah. I do like her in a lot of things. Especially the one where the others. Do you know that one? Ooh, we should do that one.
Okay.
Yeah. Where she has the kids in the house that are allergic to the sun.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
I
God,
don't know.
it's so good. Oh, it's so good. We'll watch that one.
Okay.
We'll do something along those lines.
Okay.
Okay, what do you think about the music?
Hated it.
Hated it. Me too.
I think it's supposed to unnerve you, but yeah, it was just a lot of like one note on a piano.
Yeah. Did you remember the movie The Firm with Tom Cruise?
Never saw that.
Well, one of the things that was a huge deal was the music.
Mm.
And it was, if I recall, it was like a single piano for the entire thing, but they also did things like open it up and pluck the strings or,
Okay.
making weird other noises. So but it was, very unnerving. It caused tension.
Mhm.
Didn't Stanley Kubrick do A Clockwork Orange?
I honestly don't know.
I believe so. And that was all classical music.
Yeah.
Which was also kind of weird.
That's a very weird movie. I don't like it.
Oh no. It's so upsetting.
Yeah.
Ugh. I don't like it. Very vulgar and violent.
Yeah. Anything that has a rape in it, I'm like,
Mhm,
I don't
mhm.
like that.
I don't know why.
I don't want to
not.
see that.
Man. I also have some notes here about what to name my new cat here on
Okay.
the side of the page. I had Matthew Purry, rest in peace, and Sean Cassidy. But his name is still Ned at this point.
Is that what it was at the shelter or?
It was Calypso,
Oh, okay.
which, it's musical. I like
Yeah.
it. But it's, whatever. He's here, kitty. He still doesn't come, so we're still beginning our love affair.
Yeah. Cats take a while to warm up.
Yeah. Everything about this movie was icky.
Uh-huh.
A circle of women with all the same body type who look like children almost.
Yeah, I did notice
like,
that too, and I'm like,
faceless.
yeah,
It's just a body.
they looked so similar. There was no deviation between the ladies because you couldn't see
yeah.
their face, and they were all white.
Yeah.
They were all thin.
If they made it now, they would just CGI the rest of at one. It would be one person.
Yeah, it was
playing all those naked
crazy.
women.
And it wasn't clear at first. To me, I wrote in my notes, but I think later we find out they are hookers.
Yeah.
Which made a little bit
Still.
more sense, but like I thought it was like a swingers party when he went in there.
Yeah.
And I was like, why are the women naked and the men covered head to toe in cloaks? That's so gross. I don't
So
like that.
rude. Oh.
But then they're hookers, so it makes a little bit more sense that they're doing that. But like, I don't like it. I'm just saying, like,
Again, it's this idea that if you are rich
Mhm.
and rich equals power, and rich and powerful means you can indulge in any fucking weird ass fantasy.
Mhm.
But not only that, you can have a whole group of other rich motherfuckers that are into it with you.
Yeah.
That is so weird. Like, okay, if Wendy, you're going to create your own secret society. What is it? Where do you do it? What would you do?
I don't think I would make a sex cult, but I would buy like some land in the jungle or somewhere that we could grow food year round and make like a commune
Okay.
and then be that kind of cult.
Okay. You'd be a good cult leader. You're like mellow.
Yeah.
Be like, everybody. I could see that. Flower crown.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I see it now.
Midsummer, but not like that.
Oh.
Have you seen that movie?
I haven't.
I just watched it recently and it's tough.
Is it? Why? Is it Shakespeare?
No,
Oh.
it's a horror film.
Oh.
Yeah. This guy is from Sweden
Watch that.
and he takes his friends from college back home with him for their midsummer celebration. And it goes, and they're a cult basically, and all this crazy shit happens. So,
Well, that sounds like a must watch.
yes, it's very disturbing, but it was good.
So was Saltburn.
I haven't seen that yet.
Ugh. Just let me know.
Okay.
When you want to cover it.
All right.
Oh yeah, that's a movie, not a series. So many. We'll have to do one of these limited series, because they feel like a movie. Because I don't know about you, but I sit down and watch the entire thing.
Usually, yeah.
Yeah. It's just how it has to be. God, yeah, this movie. I don't think anybody needs to see it.
I was very different than what I was expecting. I don't know what I was expecting going into it, kind of blind. My eyes
Yeah.
my eyes shut, eyes wide shut.
Yes.
Why? Also, where did that come from? I don't know. Is that
It has to do with shoot, I read it, having to do with the way that he views his marriage. Most, you would normally say your eyes are wide open, but he chose not to see.
okay? Yeah. Okay. Dreaming.
Sure.
Yeah,
sure.
Okay.
Oh, it's so deep. It goes so deep.
I believe you, but they were not good at portraying it in the movie.
It was his last, Kubrick's last film. I think he died right before it actually came out.
Oh, okay.
And so that was another layer. Those who didn't like it were just like, oh, come on. That's the last thing, disappointed, I guess. And I'm sure others liked it. I'm not sure
I remember
how
it
many.
being becoming a bit of a meme.
Oh, yeah.
At the time, and
Meme.
this was before we knew that it was called that. But apparently, that word is an old word, and it just has gotten
I love it.
unearthed
didn't
for the
know
internet
that.
era.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's what I would call it. A lot of people
Do
talking
you say
about it.
GIF or GIF?
GIF.
Okay, I do too.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to say GIF
Because
because it stands for graphic image something.
Woo! Coffee break. Let's talk about our beans.
Hey Bean Flickers, have you followed us yet? We are on Instagram and Facebook at Flickin' Beans Pod. Make sure you like and subscribe and leave us a review.
Yeah. 5 minutes later. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
It does.
Yeah, this is not a must-see.
Nope.
Skip it.
Skip it.
Save 3 hours of your time.
Next movie.
Okay.
Later's baby. What the hell? Okay. That was 50 Shades of Grey. And basically my synopsis is way less than 25 words. I called it Twilight with Handcuffs.
Oh yes, I had a note of this is so much like Twilight.
Yes. So much, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so as I was saying about Eyes Wide Shut and that bartender, well, on a different day, I do like this bar. I like, they might as well see me coming and just drop 2 fish tacos because that is my go-to. Here she comes, 2 fish tacos. Anyway, so I was there with some other friends, and this gal is, let's say 10 years-ish younger than me.
Okay.
So 40s.
Like around my age.
Around early 40s, yeah. So she is a fan and a half. And I was like, yeah, because it's for bored housewives who need a little spice in their life.
Yeah.
And she completely agreed. However, when I challenged her about the ending and how much I hated the ending, she was like, "Oh, you have to see the other two."
Yeah. Well,
And I was like, "Is it that she becomes the dominatrix, like Bella becomes a vampire?" She's like, "No," and I'm like, "Okay, whatever." So we're gonna do it, you and me.
yeah, we are going to watch the rest of them.
Two-parter. Two-parter right here on the sexy sex.
Yeah, I was annoyed about the cliffhanger ending as well, but I knew that there were other movies, so I assumed that that was part of the deal.
Well, it ended. Okay. Well, let's backpedal.
Okay.
Because I honestly, she got spanked, and she's just done. I'm sorry, but no, I just didn't buy it.
Yeah.
I get the don't ever do that to me again, or that's a boundary. She's already in it. I'm vanilla, baby. Now, yeah. What the fuck? Did you think that guy was attractive?
No.
Did you think that he was magnetic?
Nope.
Did you think he was I don't know.
Yeah.
It's another rich people situation.
Yeah.
Tell me anybody who's legit into S&M who's going to have like such a nice playroom.
Yeah.
Like it was really cool. If you were into that, it was really cool. It's like, wow, it's like going to a new gym.
Yeah. It was like that. That is a very good descriptor of it. Yeah. It was very like extravagant and luxurious.
Yeah.
And it looked like almost like an old school office with the wood paneling and stuff rather than you would imagine, I think of like a sex dungeon, like concrete floor with a drain.
Oh God. Yee. Sounds like something out of Saw.
Yeah.
Something.
Have you ever seen that show, How to Build a Sex Room?
No.
You should watch it. It's on Netflix.
Should have watched it for research on this show.
It's like an old British lady.
How to build a
I think she's British.
Oh, maybe.
And she's a designer.
Yes. She talks to the couples about what they like.
And then she builds them a sex room, and they're always really cool and like.
I need to watch that.
Yeah, very like tailored to the couple what they want. It's cute.
So, okay, in that situation, and that's how I would picture it, as a fun place to go.
Yeah.
Not here's how you sit with your hands on your thighs and wait for me to come in and tie you up or whatever. That doesn't seem fun.
No, I don't. He wasn't the actor. I should have looked up his name. Was not convincing to me very much in this, and he's had a lot of lines that really gave me the ick. Like, I don't make love. I fuck hard. No, you don't. Anybody that says that does not fuck hard. Okay.
Right. Oh, right.
It's just like the guy that goes, well, I'm a nice guy. No, you're not. You don't have to say it.
Right.
If you're a good person, you don't have to say it.
Yeah.
And what was the other one? Oh, yeah. He says this very early on to her, and I don't like it. If you were mine, you wouldn't be able to walk for a week.
Yeah, gross.
No, why? Nobody wants to have sex like that.
Gross.
Where it affects your life for the next week. That doesn't sound fun.
And he said he had done this with 15 other people. So where are they? Why did they leave?
We got sick of it because he's the worst.
He is the worst. He's a dick.
Yeah.
Is this mostly about, the other thing she said, Amanda is her name, my friend, is that the books are way sexier and hotter than the movie. And I was like, I would hope so.
Yeah, I remember the books being a huge deal at that when they came out. Like, I don't know. This was like 10, 15 years ago. Oh, so the movie's 2015, so the books were a few years before that. Anyway,
Okay.
I remember them being a big thing, and we went on a girls' trip with my friends from college, and my friend Michelle just spent the whole time we were there reading these books.
Oh God.
And it became like a joke because she wouldn't come out like at night and play like games with us because
Oh,
she was reading
hell
this
no.
book. And I was like, it can't be that good.
I don't know.
But people really liked it.
You know, I mean, I get that. You don't get a lot of that in real life. So I get that. You know, it's complete
Yeah.
fantasy. And
I just want more. I wanted more reasons for her to be into it
yeah,
because it just didn't seem like this
she
was her
a
thing.
virgin.
Yeah. That's ridiculous.
That's completely warping
Yeah.
a child. I mean, what was she supposed to be like? Maybe 25?
Yeah. I mean, she's young, but she's very old for most people would have lost their virginity by
Old
then.
soul. He could tell right away.
Yes. I didn't feel any chemistry between the two of them. And I didn't understand her motivation for wanting to stay because she was clearly like, well, I don't know. Maybe she was falling in love with him, but why? Is it his money? Is it the helicopter rides? And
I don't know.
that's how he's like sweeping her off her feet. I don't know. I just didn't get
I mean,
her motivation for wanting to be in a relationship with him.
is it like an abusive relationship
It felt like it to me.
where the bad things happen and then the abuser comes back in and says, I'm sorry, and and then it resumes and the abuse comes back. And, they always say things like, why doesn't the person being abused, why don't they leave? Because it's a mind fuck.
Yeah.
Is what it is. You just, I don't know. But then at the end, she's so strong to just walk out.
Yeah.
I didn't buy into either of them being a whole person.
And maybe that is sometimes harder to portray. Maybe I should read the books. I don't know. I never have. Have you? No.
No.
Okay.
But I did read the Twilight books.
Me too.
That I, regret. I could imagine that it's probably you could buzz through that in a afternoon. Buzz. Oh wow. Look at our levels. Oh my god. What happened? That's funnier than when I said I gotta get a little jizz in me. And that was about coffee. Wow. Wow.
So yeah, if you just need a
Walked right into that one.
sounds like a good Saturday afternoon.
That's right. Or something to do while your friends are in the other room playing games. What do you think now? You call her up and say, hey, remember that time? She'd be like, hell yeah. Oh, man. I just can't even. Both of these people were messed up.
Yeah.
And he had whatever this childhood trauma.
Right. We don't know it yet, right?
So, but also he said something about being 15 when he was sort of indoctrinated as a submissive by the
Mrs.
older woman.
Robinson situation.
Yes. And I'm like, okay, so he is basically a young, poor straggler at 15. Now it's maybe 15 years later.
Yeah.
And he
could be
is
30.
super duper rich. I would love to know how people do that. Always people in movies. It's so interesting. So I just, I gotta be like, come on. But okay. So, if you're super duper rich, what's a room that you'll put together in your house that only a rich person could?
That's not a sex dungeon?
Yeah, that's not a sex dungeon.
I would probably have like a really cool music studio.
See, I
Or
would
a podcast
too.
studio, recording studio.
Yeah.
I mean, not that this setup isn't great.
This setup is great. Remember, it's barely pink.
Barely pink.
Barely pink.
But yeah, I think I would get, really nice equipment and
Oh, yeah.
have like a sound booth and that kind of
Would
thing.
you have like wall-to-wall shag
Yeah.
carpet? Would everything be pink?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, it'd be so cool.
Yeah.
Long shag. I had a friend who had this long shag carpet in her apartment, and she used a rake. She'd like rake it and like get bits out of it.
Yeah.
I think it might clog up a vacuum. I don't know.
True. Yeah, we had shag carpeting in one of my childhood homes in the basement.
Yeah.
It was bright red, and it was all old, obviously, because we moved in like the 90s.
Yeah.
And it would dye your socks. Like if you wore white socks running around on it, your socks would be pink.
Wow.
It didn't last long. My parents ripped it up.
Oh, wow.
But it was something.
That is something.
That's my only experience with shag carpet.
Huh.
I never raked it.
Shag. It was so long. I
Yeah.
don't even know. It was like, did you ever do the latch hook thing with
Yeah.
the rug? Yeah. I love that.
I do too.
Did you ever finish one though?
I don't
did
know.
not.
We do have, it's not mine, but we have a latch pull art piece in our bedroom. I think
Nice.
that somebody in Joel's family did it. I don't know if Joel did it or I don't know.
I'm about to do one now.
Yeah.
That
I've
sounds
been
fun.
doing a lot of crocheting in my surgery recovery, and
There you
I'm
go.
finding out that I'm not good. I made these like squares, and for whatever, like a kind of granny square, and for whatever reason, I did the first 3 great, and then the last one it kept being a triangle.
Oh my god.
I was-
That's when you were on the drugs.
Yeah.
Probably.
True, I was still on drugs when I was doing that, but yeah, I just kept being a triangle.
Oh my god.
But I get lost. I'm not good at like counting and
Yeah.
all that, so I get lost sometimes when I have to turn the piece a lot.
Yeah,
So
I get that. I can zone out when I'm knitting. It's been a minute, but
yeah, I want to get to the point where it's a little bit more second nature, but I'm just not there yet. But I'm having fun with it. I got a little kit to make a stuffed animal, so I thought maybe something that like
is
was
it
a project.
Umurigurumi?
What?
Umigurumi.
Oh, is that a brand or something?
No, it's those. I know I'm not saying it right. Umigurumi. It's the little animals, the little crocheted animals.
Oh, okay.
Are called as a collective that Japanese.
Okay. Well, there is a brand I think out there that's called Umi, OOMI.
Okay.
So maybe that's a shortening of that word.
Maybe.
Yeah. It's not the brand that I bought, but I've seen it advertised to me on Instagram a
I
lot.
should never have tried to say it. Never tried. Oh my god. Oh, anywho.
Yeah. So
Sexy
I don't know. I think
movies.
I actually wrote I'm bored except when they're fucking. Cuz those scenes were cool. Like
Oh yeah.
I get that part. So of like the appeal to people.
Oh yeah.
It was sexy in those parts, but the rest of the time he was so cringe. I just couldn't.
Yeah. Sign this NDA on our second date.
Yeah.
And we were supposed to sort of believe that she had the upper hand.
Yeah.
She didn't.
Mm-mm.
She didn't. It was so weird.
Mm-hmm.
And what the arrangement would have been Friday through Sunday, she stays at his mansion.
Mm-hmm. And he gets mad when she doesn't tell him about a trip because she's like going to go home for a few days or something.
It's not healthy.
And you're like, why do you care? You're trying to keep this as a casual thing, and all of a sudden now you're like, oh, you're mine? That wasn't something they discussed.
Yeah.
He just said, oh, you stay with me. You're mine over those 3 days.
Right.
He takes it way too far.
I don't get it. What's in it for either of them, really? I mean,
Yeah, he could easily find a less complicated girl to want to do this with him. That's
Yeah.
like actually into it. But maybe that's like
yeah,
part of
or-
the thing is he wants to like turn her into a vampire.
Yeah, right? Right? Eventually into a vampire. Now, all we need is a fight scene in a ballet studio. God.
That's got to be coming, right? There's got to be at some point where there's another guy that threatens their relationship.
Oh, I can't
would
wait
think.
to start that next movie. Because, yeah, even though it's a two-parter, neither of us have seen the other two movies.
Right.
So it'll be fresh and it'll be a fun discussion.
And then we'll start another podcast that's the book club.
Oh, God, yes.
And then we'll talk about the books.
50, what is it? 50 Shades Darker?
Yeah, the next one, I think.
I still go back to Leprechaun.
Well, Leprechaun is preferable to these.
Yeah. Leprechaun, because Leprechaun 4 takes place in outer space with aliens.
Okay.
So I'm kind of leaning toward I want to see that.
Yeah, you should. You and Jody should watch that and then get back together.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a great idea, actually. Oh my gosh, poor girl. She hated it so much.
She did.
I loved it. She was like, Oh my God. Jennifer Aniston. She literally looks exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was like prepared to be like, oh, little baby Jennifer Aniston. She's exactly the same. That girl's an old soul.
Yeah. She's made some kind of deal with the devil.
Maybe.
Because she's like in her 50s and she really hasn't aged very much.
And
she hasn't, if she's had work done, she had a better doctor than Courtney Cox.
I don't know why they do it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so gross. I don't, honestly, who are they looking at that they go, that's a good idea to do your lips like that? I mean, who looks good with it? That they're going, yeah, I'm going to do that. Nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody. That's all I know.
Yeah.
I can't wait for 50 Shades Darker.
Yeah. And we're going to pick our next movies after that or announce those on the short.
Let's pick our next movies after that.
After that.
We already,
take that. Okay.
We're telling you now. It's happening. It's a done deal.
Okay.
50 and 50.
Yes.
And someday some more Leps. Lep 4 and Leps in the Hood.
Yeah. Okay.
In the Hood. There's also a Back to the Hood.
Back to the Hood and Into the Hood. Two hood leprechauns.
And Trilogy and Origins.
Oh, okay.
Let me just start a whole podcast about the Leprechaun movie franchise. Because I think I've exceeded my limit here. Lep Talk. It's going to be called Lep Talk. Oh my God.
Okay.
Okay. And on that
Great
note,
content.
yes. Oh my God.
Everybody loves flicking beans.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Love you. Bye.